We recently reviewed on video here on YouTube the Bachmann Little Big Holler sets. That was a train, either passenger or freight, a loop of track, and a power supply. Well, you can add to a set you may have purchased or buy individual items for your current garden train or one garden train railroad that you might be building. These are excellent units to let younger children get involved without having to worry about them damaging your items and have a long play life. Now, we have here one of the engines that's available. One of the things that we like is that they're a nice size. There's no set scale, but they fit nicely with a garden railroad that's already established or one you're going to be establishing. This is a little 040, and inside the box you'll find the instructions and warranties in a couple different languages, an exploded diagram in case you do need some parts, and a warranty card. Well, we really like the look of these units. If you look, they are detailed, but the nice part about it is the detail is molded in, and so you don't have to worry about a door breaking off or a hinge breaking off. They've done an excellent job of recreating the look and feel of a detailed engine without having the possibility of parts getting damaged. We found the paint job was colorful and well done, and the ink pad printing of the railroad name and numbers and lines was very, very crisp. Now, they use a special hook and loop coupler designed specifically for the little big haulers, and they work well with the individual engine and coaches and rolling stock. There's even some detailed wood grain in the plastic, so they really have gone an extra step to make these look nice without having to worry about damage. Now, the bottom, there's nothing there, but I don't know, a lot of times people go to your railroad and pick up the train to look to see what's underneath. But the rolling stock is a different story. The three items that we have were a tank car, a little hopper car, and a caboose. We really like the way they're packed. They put an extra piece of plastic in there so you don't get the wear and tear of the foam against the paint. And they're specifically designed for each one. You'll notice there's a spout there, and if you try to put it back in the box incorrectly, it won't fit. So make sure that you know which way they go in, and you'll get a lot of use out of these boxes to keep them safe when you're not running them. Let's take a quick look at the rolling stock that was sent to us. Here's a little North Star, a small tank car. And if you take a look, you can see, as we've said, there's good detailing. There's an excellent paint job, and it gives you what you need in a tank car. The hopper car will be a lot of fun on a railroad because the young kids will be able to put things inside of it. It too has a lot of good detail, but nothing that's fragile that will break off. It's got an interesting company name, has an interesting graphics, and you'll notice down below where the trucks are, they give a detailed look, even though there aren't any real springs. It gives you the idea that they're there. The little shorty caboose was actually very cute, we thought. And if you'll take a look, you'll notice that the graphics are as professional as on the top of the line Bachmann products that they make for adults. We thought that these three items with the engine would be a great starter type of set to put together. You'll also notice the details on the door. It looks like it could open, but it's all one piece. And this too also has the trucks that are detailed. The hook and loop couplers are heavy duty, and they will definitely not come apart when your child is running this. We thought we'd kind of take a look. You'll notice that the engine starts at about 2.4, 2.6 volts, but you'll also notice it uses very little amps. So what we thought we would do is we would run the voltage up to about 12 volts to see how fast it would run, and then also take a look at how many amps it's drawing. We found that it started very, very smoothly, did not use a lot of amps, and once it was up to speed, looked like it would run pretty fast on the railroad, because we all know, even as kids, we love to see the train go fast. So we brought it up to about 12 volts, and then we brought it back down, and we found that it ran very, very smoothly. It was not very noisy, and we think it will work great when we show you how it runs outside. There is also a headlight on the train, which is a nice little addition. It's not an LED, but a bulb, and as more electricity is applied to the track and the engine goes faster, the light will get brighter.
Hey Nate, what do you think? You want to run these? Are they pretty cool? Okay.
We invited Nate over to play with the trains. He was the young man who came and helped us set up the Bachmann Little Big Hauler set. And we found out he had no problem taking the trains all the way from the steps, climbing over the rocks, and putting them on the track. He also noticed that the caboose needs to go at the end and made that fix. Once we got it up on the track, it was smooth sailing for Nate. We used a remote control that powers the track. The train itself is not remote control, but we found that the unit ran just fine. We had no problems with the small grade in this area of the track. We had no problems with it stalling on track that might be dirty. It ran well and looked really nice running on the track. We think that if you have a large-scale layout already and are looking for something to add that will interest your kids, grandkids, or maybe even the neighbors, this would be a perfect unit for you to purchase and grow. Nate loved going to the one section of the track and just watching the train go by as it ran. It kind of reminded me as a kid when we liked to get down low and watch the train go by. We had a great time with this. We even had it push our camera car, which is very, very heavy. It even made it up and around the grade, so I think you could haul a lot of cars with this engine. It was in there?
Yeah, the light.
Did you see it? Is it
The
hardest part about running trains on the Big D Railroad is the end of the day when you've got to put them away. And Nate did a great job all by himself. He stopped the train, took the rolling stock and the engine off the track, and had no problem uncoupling them. If you're looking for a way to get your kids, grandkids, or the neighbors involved, the Bachmann Big Hauler sets or the individual engines and rolling stock are a great idea.